Just explain to us a little bit about, you're taking over from Tiger Woods and what it means to you.
Well, that's big shoes to fill, and they're on a roll. The teams won a lot of them in a row, so pressure's on. But I've been around the President's Cup for a long, long time. I played on the very first President's Cup team. Been an assistant captain a few times. Watched my buddy Fred Couples be the captain a lot, and obviously played for Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer, so it's an honor for me to carry on that tradition.
Yeah, and you've huge experience both helping other captains and also captaining teams, from Ryder Cup teams yourself. The Americans have won the President's Cup the last 8 times, but this particular one is delayed because, of course, we have to have the Ryder Cup first, and that's not taking place until later this year. How will the COVID schedule have upset things? Do you anticipate that there'll be new golfers on the scene by 2022?
Well, it gives me a long time to prepare. We've been talking about this President's Cup for a long, long time. We've known it's been going to Charlotte, obviously delayed another year. Steve Stricker has had a long captaincy on the Ryder Cup, and we've been helping him along the way. So we're prepared for this. I was playing for Curtis Strange when 9/11 delayed the Ryder Cup. So we don't like it, but we can handle it. Obviously, it's been a strange year for the world and a strange year for professional golf, but we're going to be ready for this one. Charlotte's going to be a great home game, and we have a while to prepare.
Yep.
Over a year and a half, so we'll be ready when we get to Charlotte.
Exactly, and it's Quail Hollow in Charlotte, which you have a little bit of history with as well. And I just want to point out that you'll be going up against Trevor Immelman of South Africa. He had previously been selected to be the international team captain. Now, the Americans do have a great track record, at least in the President's Cup, having won the last 8 of them. But you have a little bit of experience from some games that didn't go so well. I'm thinking back to Medina all the way back in 2012 and the Ryder Cup. What can you learn from experiences like that that might help you going into, captaining a team like the President's Cup of 2022?
Well, if you play enough of these tour events or international team competitions, you're going to get some wins and some losses. And I've been a part of losing teams as a player and losing teams as a captain, and it's not a whole lot of fun. Our team really wants to keep the momentum going that we created starting in 2015 with Jay Haas's President's Cup team. We've won 3 out of the last 4 since we've kind of had a reorganization of our leadership. Tiger Woods was a big part of that back in 2015, and he ended up being an assistant captain for me and then a captain of the President's Cup team. So I think we're getting better as leaders, more organized, better captains. And obviously the golfers are really good. As long as we give them what they need to succeed, then they will play well. So we know we're not going to win every time, but we're going to give it our best effort. And Trevor's a good friend, and we've talked a lot about the President's Cup already, and it's going to be fun to work with him.
Davis, it's been a kind of a crazy time for golf, and in some ways golf has gotten a lot more popular again through the pandemic because, of course, it is easy to socially distance in golf, particularly if you're not very good, I guess, and also because people have been working from home, so they've been able to be a little bit more flexible with their hours. Do you imagine we'll be back later on this year to having some crowds? I mean, Augusta isn't even that far away. It's hard to believe.
It's hard to believe that now the pandemic is going to affect 2 Masters, but we are slowly growing back to having fans. The tournaments now are talking about this spring and then this summer growing week after week into more fans. We're having pro-ams now, which is a big part of the PGA Tour. I wish I was a smart investor and I would have invested in golf and fishing and bicycles back a year ago, because things outside have really taken off. And we're lucky in the golf business that we are outside and it's something you can do and get out and get some exercise. So we need to take this momentum that golf has and really build on it and grow the game. And international matches like the President's Cup are just going to keep that in the forefront.
Davis, you're a PGA champion among lots of other competitions, right? But, obviously the news recently about the 2022 PGA Championship moving away from Trump's Bedminster course to Short Hills made news. Is it incumbent upon the golf world to take a stance on the former president, just in general, given all that's happened in the country? Or is it something that, you feel as a representative that golf should stay away from?
Well, it's important for us to as in any business, to continue to grow our business. And the PGA of America with the PGA Championship, the PGA Tour has done an incredible job. To think that starting last summer, we have continually played golf week after week. And our responsibility is to our sponsors and to charity. And that's what people don't realize. The PGA Tour, all these pro events benefit charity. So it's important for us to move away from the politics and get back to doing business. And by moving tournaments around, shifting schedules, delaying President's Cups, we just raise more money for charity.
All right.
So I run a PGA Tour event. I've lived it as a tournament owner the last year. We're just trying to raise money for charity.